Grayson Report! Happy Monday and happy, oh shoot, I forgot to turn my tablet off. Hold on, no, we don't want to listen to the acne ad. Sorry guys. I was using it the other day and I forgot to turn the volume down. Because I use it for my chat. What's up, guys? Happy Monday, as I was saying. What's up? Rochelle, Vic, Tammy, D-Nice, Will, Diane, Carol, Nikki, Wendy, Matthew, Jennifer Marie, Brandon, what's up, Elaine, Water Dragon, Spirit of the Trees, Randy, Priscilla, what's up, Gunner Girl, Kathy B, Tyrana! What's up everybody? Happy Monday. Hope everyone had a good start of the week. Piece of hair on my mic. And I was going to say happy October. We're in spooky month, though. I celebrate spooky all year round. Actually, I start in September. But we're officially in spooky month. So do any of you guys have anything planned for spooky month? What's up, Bernadette, with the happy spooky month? I have nothing planned so far, but we'll see what I conjure up. Randy goes, long drive to Utah. I enjoyed every moment. That is super cool. Priscilla, what is up? Hope everyone had a good weekend. D-Nice is going to see a Hocus Pocus drag show. I do remember you saying that. That sounds cool. That does sound cool. It's like a twist on Hocus Pocus. I'm sure you're going to have fun. That does sound super cool. Randy goes driving around the country. I've had the hiccups all day long today. I don't know what's up with that. Like this morning I had hiccups. I just had hiccups like 20 minutes ago, so I have no idea what's up. The hiccups have come to attack me. I kind of want, there's a ghost tour in Whittier, but that one's already booked up, but there's one in LA. Well, they do it in LA. They do it in Chinatown, San Francisco, Temecula, Solvang. But there's a ghost tour. I don't know, but if I want to do, I mean, it's kind of up there. It's kind of pricey. But they were like, this price for ghost equipment. I go, okay, can you bring your own ghost equipment? Because I have my own. That's. I wonder if they let you. I guess they have like the rods, because I follow the Instagram page for it. But that's something I would like to do if I could book one. Rochelle goes, take 3 short breaths through the nose, hold it in your stomach for a moment, then breathe out long and relax. I need to try that because I usually try to gulp in air and that doesn't work, which makes me burpy. Or I drink like fluid or something. That usually stops it. Spirit of the tree says I have copper. Yeah, they were actually showing someone using them. I think it was in Chinatown and they were moving, so I thought it was kind of cool. I've never used those, but I thought it was kind of cool. But that would be something cool to do. Water Dragon goes, "Do you have an Egon Spengler spooky detector like on Ghostbusters? I wish I had one like his, but I have something similar. Something. Something, something." Randy goes, "I have copper dowsing rods." I've never used those, but I kind of thought it was kind of cool when it was a woman, she was holding them and they were moving. And she goes, "Oh, I guess you're behind me," cuz I guess she was asking questions. D Nice goes, "I forgot to bring mine to show you. You're not allowed to touch anyone else's rods." So I'm wondering because they supply it to you, I think during the cuz they supply if you pay a certain price, they supply they supply you with ghost hunting equipment. And one of them had the dowsing rod. So I'm wondering I know I should D Nice put it on my wish list. um and I've known of them, but I've never seen them actually in action. And I was like, "Oh, those are kind of cool." But yeah, maybe I should put them on my wish lists when I get a chance. As D Nice says. Um but I'm wondering because D Nice says you can't touch the dowsing rod, so I'm wondering how they do that when you go ghost hunting with this particular uh company. Bernadette goes, "I don't care for the rods, too iffy to me." I've never used them. I'd probably try them once and then probably be like, "Oh, okay." I'm not too familiar with them. I've never really seen them in action. J- Rochelle's asking how it was work. Is it getting any better with me? No, it's just I had to, it's coming to the point where I like the people I work with. Love my team, but I'm just not happy when I go in there and it's just not I don't have that drive, like, there's nothing left for me there because I don't wanna move up in that company. Because if you move up in that company, you're gonna be married to your job. I don't wanna be married to my job where you're on call, like, 24/7 because your salary, which is not what I want. And with the market team, I don't wanna be under direct supervision of that market team because unrealistic expectations, I feel. I get you have to have expectations with any business, but I just feel like some of it could go to being just nitpicky. Daniel, what is up? So it's to the point where I need to make a decision because I'm just not happy anymore being there. Rochelle goes, "But I know they are, but retail expectations are unreal." They are. And I'm wondering if it's like that everywhere. For retail that is. Cuz I feel like other companies just probably run better. And then I feel like too they put everything on me and my team. So if there's leftover work to be done, it's like my team has to take over it. And it's getting to the point where we're tired of it. To the point where we can't even get our own work done. And it's frustrating. It really is. Because how do you expect me to do all this when I'm trying to pick up with this and then I'm finding things like other stores don't do what our stores are doing. So it's like, okay, so why are you doing that to us? Because now I realize why we're struggling. So it's just, yeah, it's frustrating. And then I'm sorry, I'm venting. And then one of the I know they're probably gonna come on the stream and go, "You're fired," because 'cause you're talking about it. But I'm not saying anything bad or anything, so it should be fine. Because the company I work with, they can ding you if you stay stuff on, social media, believe it or not, when you're off the clock. But there is my yeah, one of the I cannot also too, we have a manager who won't pick up, like, he doesn't get dirty, if you know what I'm saying, like, he stands there and dictates. I mean, he'll help you, but then he'll walk away and do something else, but a lot of times he stands there and dictates and tries to get someone else to do it, and then you can't respect someone that won't go in there and get their hands dirty or help out or whatnot. So yeah, I just can't respect the dude, and I'm seeing it on YouTube, so they're probably gonna find out now. But Wendy goes, expectations often lead to disappointment. You know what I mean? It's a conundrum. Randy goes, follow your heart. I think I am. I'm kind of torn. Like I said, I love my coworkers, but it's just like I'm just not like I'm dragging my feet when I go in, and it's not worth it anymore to me. Elaine goes, retail is relentless. Bernadette goes, I hear you, Lisa. I've been looking for another career as well. That place drains my soul and not in a good way. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Like I've given it so many chances, and it's just to the point where I'm just I'm so tired on my days off, like I can't even function sometimes. Priscilla goes, I manage in retail and it was so stressful. Yes, it is. It is stressful, especially when all of a sudden we were able to get all our work done, and now we're struggling at the end of the week just to get it done in time. D Nice goes, girl, your soul is with ghost walks. Logical Spock, what up? What up? Daniel goes, nerd report, grace report mean the world to me as I go through my recovery. That's super awesome, Daniel. I'm glad we're here to lift you up. Randy goes, the extra work, put it in the paycheck. Daniel goes, so your boss is a jerk freak? No, not that. He's lazy. Or I feel that he is. I mean, he's stepped up a little bit, but I it's come to the point where I don't like trust him, and I don't think I can ever look up to him because I know more than he does. And it's to the point too where I don't want to learn anything new because he's just going to make me do it, and I'm not doing his job when he gets paid the big bucks. Randy goes, they don't own exactly. Like I don't want to be owned. Wendy, I think what happened was too prior we had this wonderful store manager. Um all of us were happy to go into work. Like he would he would come in and bust his ass because he didn't want us to fail. And then something happened and they let him go, and that killed all of us. And ever since then, it's love the one management to death. Don't get me wrong, think she's cool, but I think it's time for me to move on. Yeah, my heart isn't in it anymore. That's right, Randy. It just I lost it. It used to be in it, and there's no place for me to go there anymore. Like I'm just basically there. Bernadette goes, all my subs and directors are a bunch of effing donkeys that don't do crap and sit on their butts. I'm so done. Oh my God, Bernadette, I know how you feel. It's just one for me. Tyranna goes, in the past, I worked in retail for 13 years and I don't miss it at all. Try it. Rochelle goes, try working at, you know what, Rochelle, it's funny that you mentioned that because I was thinking of that, but then I had gone to school for that, but that was years ago. So I would have to take another class to go in that. But Rochelle, I was thinking about that. I just have to take another class, and I don't know if it's up if I have the energy to take another class because the job is draining me. Exactly, Randy, it's true. Jen Decker, what's up? Stand your ground. Vic goes, "You're basically out the door, then go in there and stir." I would, Vic, but I'm just not that type of person. Like, I take pride in my work. I take pride in anything I do. I don't want to half-ass anything, or I'm very like prideful in my work. I'm not one to show that, though I kind of dive down a little bit because I'm exhausted, but I still take pride in my work no matter where I'm at. I'm kind of that's just the way I am. Wendy goes, "You're preaching my last job." Elaine goes, "You got this, Lisa." Jennifer Murray goes, "My last boss when I was still in Cali really killed my spirit and asked me if I wanted to be a manager. I said no. I had checked out at that point." Yeah, like me, I don't want to move up in that company. Like huh. Because I see other people, like my coworkers, husband is in a higher position, and he's like pretty much on call 24/7, and I don't want that. Marina, what's up? Rochelle goes, "You should trust me. I've been thinking about it. I just have to, if I do go that way, because I think I would enjoy it, to be honest with you." Jen goes, "I'm in sales and travel all over and have no one standing over me. I love it." I'm kind of like, Tim Rocket, what is up? Julissa, what's up? Wendy goes, "My boss was a 2-year RN and she's not picked everything I did and turned the medical assistants against me. Oh, that sucks." Spirit of the Trees goes, "Same. I do my job." Bernadette goes, "I swear when I hit the lotto, whatever that means for me to be happy, I'm going to do like the scene from Half Bake." Kind of agree with you, Rochelle. What's up, Wake Berry? All right, guys, rant over or vent over, however it's say. But I've been thinking for about it for a while, and it's just come to that conclusion. It is if I have to decide if I want to continue in retail with a different company, or because I have the experience, so I could get anything in retail. Like, so it's just that's where I'm my direction is right now. Diane goes, "I'm retired and the last year was a killer." D Nice goes, "Working BTS. We shall talk more after stream or when you're free." Water Dragon, "Sometimes you gotta rant and get the toxic build out. Yes." Oh, I have Jennifer Marie. That I have. I would never do that though. I would never do that. Randy Gardner, I like that. Remember, things happen for you and not to you. I like that. It just Rochelle, go stay away from fuel stations. I wasn't gonna go that direction, so we're good. Bernadette, "I'm just gonna sell me and my cat's feet pics." I'm sorry, Bernadette. You know, there's 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 people that like that kind of thing, Bernadette. You never know. I'm sorry. All right, guys, rant over. We're gonna get into the spooky stuff because that is what you're here for. And we've got oh my god. You know how I had the article on Saturday about the woman being stalked by her ex ghost husband? Well, this woman claims, to add on to Bernadette and feet and cat pics, this woman claims she has had sex with Ghost every night for 20 years, but dumps him over his fangs. And this is on a mirror. The mirror is like a tabloid site, so I'm kind of taking it with a grain of salt. But I like reading these. After a 2-decade-long passionate fling, a woman has admitted to dumping her ghost lover after she saw her terrifying face and doesn't want him to contact her again. His terrifying face. A woman has claimed she's been sleeping with a ghost for 20 years, but the relationship turned sour when she caught a glimpse of the ghoul's terrifying face. Paola Flores says her relationship with the ghost started when she was younger and led to 2 decades of passionate nights together. She even went as far to claim that the spirit always initiated it. How does that happen? All right. What do you do? Despite falling in love with the supernatural soul, the pairing soon turned cold when the woman saw the ghost's face, describing him as a large male figure with fangs and the face of a gargoyle. Paola then decided she didn't want any contact with him. The woman from Colombia shared her romance on the TV show Sin Careta on the state owned channel Canal 1, where she explained to the show's host, Juan Diego Alvera, how the relationship started. One day, I was lying down when I felt a hand move from my feet to my chest, and it was strange. I was scared. From that moment on, he started coming to me like a spirit to have sex with me, she claimed. She admitted to enjoying their steamy session every night until she got a glimpse of his face. She added, "The last time I saw his face was when I did want to continue." I go, it's about the personality, not about the looks, right? Psychological Martiza Montalegre claims Flores' case is not at all common, adding, in fact, demonic cases are extremely isolated. However, parapsychologist Haro Ubex believes Flores' account is credible, adding that she was probably in a relationship with an incubus. Urbex explains an incubus is a demonic entity. It is a lower astral entity. They specialize in grabbing people and taking their energy. People, how do I get rid of this ad? Oh, about, I don't know how to get rid of it. Because I don't know, those like distract me. They specialize in grabbing people and taking their energy. People are quick to chime in on Paola's experiences. One local commented, "It must have been a satanic spirit," while another jibed, "Tell her it was a neighbor with a sheet with holes." Meanwhile, another person joked that spirit was no saint. I think that's all because I can't get rid of this ad. So, guys, what do you think about the woman having sex with a ghost for 20 years? Miss Ace, what is up? Water Dragon goes, "Just don't tell me she thinks she's pregnant with a ghost gargoyle." Jen Decker saying, "So she broke up with him over looks." Yes, she saw his fangs and the fact that he looked like a gargoyle. But it was all good until she saw his face. Will Morris goes, the spirit initiated it, sure. Gunner Girl goes, she's such a freak, she's on something. Wake Sheepberry, ghost lover. Elaine is like, say what? Missy, say happy birthday to your auntie. Jennifer Marie goes, oh my god, even the ugly ghost needs some loving too. How terrible for her. Tim Rocket goes, how to publicly admit you're a chronic. Elaine goes, was he wearing a cap or what? She's shallow. It's not about the looks. Randy Gardner goes, this sounds like something out of forum letters. Rochelle goes, here's the thing, it might be possible, but it is bizarre. Bernadette is intrigued because I said the S word. Miss A says it's hilarious. Will goes, maybe she put a ghost bag over his head. Marina Carroll goes, creepy. Gunner Girl, how did she suddenly see his? That's what I was wondering. Because it was 20 years. It took him 20 years to show his face. I have no idea. Jennifer Bree goes, imagine being ugly your whole life and can't find love and then finally finding it in the afterlife with and still getting dumped for being ugly. I know, I feel bad for the ghost. I really do. Tyrana goes, that's crazy. Miss Ace says, my auntie says, thank you. Shelly, what's up? Matthew, a bag over its head is what Marlon Wayans did in Scary Movie 2. Chris Barber, I am glad you made it, even though you forgot about it, but that's okay, Chris. Water Dragon goes, no afterlife Botox or fillers then? Damn. Well, she said she didn't like his fangs. So something about his looks. So I feel sorry about him because they were together for 20 years and then all of a sudden she's like, "No, I don't like you. Fangs. You look like a gargoyle." That's kind of sad. It is. Elaine goes, maybe he was stepping out and was finally single. Water Dragon goes, no dead dentist either. That's okay, Chris. I'm glad you made it. Shelly saying my all-time favorite peeps are here. Yes. Jared Furbury goes, what does she expect a live human to look like after 20 years? So shallow. I agree. I agree. Wake Shape Berry goes, he got werewolf bite. Well, she said he looked like a gargoyle, so probably beady eyes, big fangs, big nose. But still. Tim Rocket goes, oh, what big fangs you have, the better to eat you with, my dear. Rochelle goes, wouldn't he start haunting her now? Because if it is real, he must not be of holiness, more that of a demon. Well, that's what they were saying. Like he's a demon. Someone said he was an incubus, which sucks the energy out of you. Well, he was. I'm not going there with that one. I was going to say something, but I'm not going to do it. Bernadette goes, maybe I'm the weird one, but the cartoon gargoyles in the 90s were kind of hot. Yeah, that one. Well, it is a tabloid site. The Mirror is a tabloid site, so like I said, I always take those with a grain of salt, but I still I find it intriguing that, people actually admit that they've had sex with a ghost. And I Randy too, I love gargoyles. I have a few in my room. Not in here, but my other room. Rochelle goes, "Must be good, most bad guys are great S." Wink Sheafberry, "I'm a natural werewolf." Jennifer Marie goes, "I just really feel the internet is not on her side on this one and is siding with the ugly ghost." I'm siding with the ugly ghost. I don't know about you guys, but I am. I feel sorry for him. He was in this I don't think he was all in it for the S, but he was in it for 20 years. And then she sees his face and goes, "No, no more." So how do you think he feels? Brick Frog, what's up? I know, Wendy, we went, woo. So on to the next one because we're like, woo. That's all right. We're having fun. That's all that counts. So, as I was doing ghosts in the news, some more ghosts in the news where I Google ghost in the news and see what pops up. Well, recently, Jack Osborne invited his mom on a ghost hunt. And I kind of like Jack. I think he's kind of cool. Kind of seen some of his ghost hunting on TV. It's not, I mean, I'm not a like an avid watcher, but I've seen a few. But this one says Sharon Osbourne's son says her health scare during ghost hunt defied medical science. And this one's off of Fox News. Sharon Osbourne was taken to the hospital last December when she became unresponsive during a ghost hunt. Sharon Osbourne joked about becoming possessed while on a ghost hunt with her son, Jack, before she fell unresponsive and had to be rushed to the hospital, the 37-year-old revealed this week. Jack Osbourne, who hosts Travel Channel's Night of Terror, said he had invited his mom, 70, to the supposedly haunted Glen Tavern Inn in Santa Paula, California, for a paranormal investigation late last year. The former talk co-host joked, "I'll just get possessed and will go home early from the investigation," Jack told People magazine. "I thought she was effing around," he said, "but after his mom went by herself into a room that purportedly has a strange evil entity, she quickly became unresponsive." Sharon Osbourne, I like how they put like headlines that have nothing to do with the article. He said their team had mostly wrapped shooting at the end when he decided to send Sharon into the room with a blindfold on to ask the purported entity questions. And something weird happened. "I can't explain what happened to her," he told Entertainment Tonight, revealing that her pulse dropped, her breathing was shallow, and she was unresponsive. He told ET his cameraman radioed to him that he wasn't sure what was happening with Sharon. Jack added, "Truth be told, I thought she had some kind of stroke or some kind of aneurysm or something, but when they took her to the hospital, she had every test done imaginable and they found nothing wrong with her." So I believe this is the Glen Tavern Inn that they were investigating. Looks like an awesome place to visit. It's hard watching it back because you're like, that's my mom. She's not doing so great. But it's interesting from an investigative standpoint because I think it's something really interesting paranormal evidence, he said. What occurred in that room with her has clearly defied medical science. They don't know what it is. They don't know what it happened. They don't know what caused it. He explained that they felt okay putting the incident in the show because she made a full recovery. I mean, she was Christmas shopping 2 days later, he added, of her December 2022 health scare. And I go, "This is just recent, so it must have been filmed and they're gonna put it up soon?" But guys, what do you think of that article? I think I think an entity used her energy because it's known that they use your energy, and that's probably her reaction to it. Gunner Girl goes, "Jack's show is great. I'm sorry something happened to Sharon." Jennifer Murray goes, "I think she faked it so she could go home and take a nap." Matthew goes, "Steph shares a birthday with Sharon." Oh, cool. I did not know that. That's super cool. Shelly, "I love Sharon Osbourne and she knows what she's doing." Randy goes, "I love the Osbournes." Matthew goes, "Osbournes wants to believe" is really good. They're actually gonna be at a Mad Monster in it's this month actually in Philadelphia. I think it's in Philadelphia. They're gonna be there signing. So if you guys are in that area, check it out. Mad Monster is a cool convention. If you caught our lives, it's kind of like it's an intimate convention. It's not like Comic-Con or anything. And I always have fun when I go to those. So if you I think it's in Philadelphia. If you're in the Philadelphia area, check it out for sure. I wanted to go to it, but I can't get the time off. Bernadette referring to the ugly ghost. I think it's funny y'all feel bad for the ugly ghost to be called that, and y'all still call him the ugly ghost. Well, he doesn't have a name. If he had a name, I would call him by his name. Tim Rocket, question: has she had a big C shot recently? I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe she Good question. Jen Decker goes, "Definitely agree with you, Lisa. I've watched his shows a bit." Wendy thinks it's a publicity stunt. Randy goes, "Let's have a group trip to the inn. That would be fun." Elaine goes, "I'm in Switzerland." I mean, for the people, well, I mean, that's kind of far from me too, kind of. I mean, I'm in the same state, but it's still quite a drive. Wake Shapeberry says it's only great because of Katrina Weidman. Jen Decker goes, "I'm going next year in Phoenix for sure. You will have so much fun. It is it's intimate. Like, it's not like a Comic Con. So it's very intimate. I always have fun when I go. But I'm wondering if that episode is aired yet. But I'll definitely, if it hasn't, I definitely want to check it out. Not because she fainted, but I want to see the inn. That inn looks crazy. Looks like a cool place to be. Bernadette goes, "Let's just call Ugly Ghost tape pickup boxes." Jen Decker goes, "Lisa, you should do a meetup or let me take you for coffee someday." For sure. I know I probably should orchestrate a meetup one of these days. Randy goes, "Just go." It's an inside joke with Telegram with what Bernadette said. Definitely. Randy, know what? It would. For sure. Yes, water dragon it is. It's a Telegram inside joke. Jules, what's up? D nice, I know we do. One of these days. Vixen! Thank you for becoming a member. Welcome to the Wolfpack Hearts for Vixen, guys. Thank you, Vixen. I appreciate it. You're super awesome. Hearts for Vixen, guys. And welcome Vixen into the Wolfpack. Oh, I will, Randy. Let me see if I can figure out how to do. I should have my own meetup. You're right. Vixen, thank you for gifting 5 membership as well. Welcome, Wendy. Eastern Arkansas Transparency, NJS 55, Panda Bear, to the Wolfpack, Hearts for Vixen, for becoming a member and gifting memberships, guys. Thank you, Vixen. Randy's like, just do it. I know, Randy, I know. No, serious, Randy, I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Oh, wait a minute. D Nice! Thank you for gifting 5 memberships as well. Rochelle, Jules, Aaron, Cooper, Kathy B, Michael Nothing. Welcome to the Wolf Pack. Hearts for D Nice, and welcome everyone to the Wolf Pack. Thank you, D Nice. You're awesome. And Vixen. D Nice with the choo choo. I know, Randy. I know. Rochelle! Thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Chameleon UK, Delay Lux, Kyle GT, and LGD3. Welcome to the Wolfpack and Q the Light Knight. Welcome to the Wolfpack, guys. Hearts for Rochelle. And welcome to all new members of the Wolfpack. Thank you, Rochelle. That's super awesome. Thank you, guys. Rochelle goes, let's keep it going, y'all. Well, she didn't say y'all. I just added the y'all. Jules, he doesn't come into my stream. I don't know where he came from. I think he came from me, Nerd Report Daily. Shelly, thank you for the super chat. Happy Monday hearts for Shelly as well, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the support. All right, guys, we're gonna go into the next article, and then we'll I have 2 articles, and then I'm gonna go into the haunted dolls. So the next one, because it's spooky season. This is off from local. Inside Idaho's haunted hospital in St. Anthony, is there really a ghost girl roaming the grounds? That's like a weird picture. St. Anthony, the former Idaho State Industrial School in St. Anthony, is home to Idaho's haunted hospital, and the location has quite a bit of notoriety, even being featured in an episode of the popular paranormal activity TV show Ghost Adventures. And that's not the reason why I'm reading it. I just happened to come across it. Built in the 1920s, the site was home to the Girls Reform School, gym, and hospital. The facility is where wayward youth were sentenced to serve time while learning such things as home economics, milking cows, and growing crops. The school and surrounding grounds are also said to be host to some of its prior residents who are no longer alive, yet not quite interested in leaving. Now made available as a seasonal Halloween attraction, the facility and land is owned and operated by the Olson family and themed after the experiences of the girls who once stayed there. One apparition seen there is a girl, possibly Hope Chacon or Chacon, who died on March 17th, 1941. The state issued certificate of death lists her cause of death as S by hanging. However, relatives of the girl have always believed there were more mysterious circumstances surrounding her demise, and most likely that it wasn't an S at all. The Osen family says there are so many reported sightings of mysterious ghost girl roaming inside the old hospital that they have actually put a disclaimer on their job application saying the hired performers for the Halloween attraction are not allowed to quit should they encounter the ghost girl while working. Oh my gosh. They for the fact that they have to put this on a job application, that means they've had many an employee run because they saw something or quit the job. However, but I would think that would intrigue some people to try to get a job there. However, that disclaimer hasn't prevented some performers from walking away from the haunted hospital. In fact, Doug Olson said many of the actors quit on the season's opening night after experiencing paranormal encounters they simply cannot explain. The attraction is split into two separate events, the haunted hospital and the haunted walking tour. Ooh, that sounds cool. The walking tour features the third floor of the girls' dormitory. The Olson family sees the area was sealed off sometime in the 50s after several matrons who lived there reported and strongly believed the upper floor was haunted. When asked why the family decided to open the attraction in these historic buildings, Olson tell us he had so many people trespassing on his property that they decided they could make some money as well as teach people the history of the location at the same time. Why not? And when asked if the location is really haunted, Olson says, "Of course it is, but your house is haunted too. It's not like they are just hanging out at my house." During the October spooky season, visitors can enter the facility for a normal cost of $10 per person on weekends, $8 on weekdays, with house tours costing an average of additional 5. As for the rest of the year, house tours are by appointment only. That is cheap for a tour. Anybody live near this area in Idaho? Because I would go there if I lived by there. Because that sounds cool. Wendy goes, I'll go with you, Lisa. Jennifer Reed goes, they're not an at will state. You can't force someone to keep working if they want to quit. True, you can't. But it says they can't quit if they saw paranormal activity or something like that. So you can quit. You just can't mention paranormal activity. Wake Shapeberry goes, maybe some scary clowns. Randy goes, dolls are the worst. Bernadette goes, her haunted doll Chloe is here for the dolls. Tim Rocket goes, mimes are scarier than clouds because you never know when they're going to jump out at the invisible box. True, they are. And they don't talk. They're just using that. I agree with you, Tim Rocket. I would work there, Jennifer Murray. I would probably have so much fun. It wouldn't even be funny. I wouldn't care if I saw a ghost. Watch, watch, guys. I come back, guys. I had to quit. No, I would. I probably would enjoy it. It's Randy. It says it's in Idaho. Randy is not far from Idaho. For that entry fee though, that's not expensive because most tours are like $50 or more. So that's not bad at all. Jennifer Murray goes, "Wait, am I just late to the party or is that a new alien in the back?" Which one? The one above me? My baby skeleton alien? Bernadette. Yes. I've had him for a while though, but yes, he is my baby alien, skeleton alien, which I thought was cool looking. He's saying hi to everybody because he's got his hand, but I don't think you could see his hand. But he has his hand up. He's saying hi to everybody. I think. Oh, he's been in a few. And then I have a spider too, but you can't see him because he blends in with the background. Shelly's going, "What about that one guy? What are you talking about? That one guy? I know which one guy you're talking about, but what he who must not be named." No, everyone knows which one guy, particular ghost hunter I like. Tim Rocket goes, "I like the skeleton with the light up eyes. That's cool. Cool. Thank you, Tim Rocket." Yeah, Randy, they are. Believe it or not. Like the ghost tours here are about $50. Bernadette, I didn't think of that. I think your skeleton with the glowing eyes is throwing up gang signs. They kind of are. I think even because there's Heritage Lane too, and I think it's not even that price to go into Heritage Lane here. Heritage Lane here. Randy goes, "There's a haunted house in Massachusetts." Yeah, every place is cheaper than California. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. Yeah, Heritage Square. Thank you, D Nice. I don't know why I want to say Heritage Lane. I have never been there, but I've wanted to go there. Yes, Bernadette, he who will not be named. Yes. No, Jennifer Bree, we're full of haunted areas here. We are. There's plenty of places that are haunted here. A lot of history here too as well, so that might explain it. All right, guys, I have this article. I want to say, Water Dragon, did you send me an article? Because I don't want to say, because it says your real name, and I don't want to say your real name on the email. I think it was wherever my phone is. Oh my gosh, I don't even have my phone with me. No wonder. I thought I had my phone. Oh my gosh. I left my phone in the other room. That is not good. All right. Okay, I water dragon. I did yeah, I don't want to say your name. That's why I was asking first. Water dragon sent me, and I apologize guys if you sent me anything on Cash App or PayPal. I don't have my phone on me. It's in the other room. So I apologize ahead of I just realized that I don't have it with me. That's why it's so quiet cuz I don't hear my little chimes going off. I do apologize ahead of hand. I don't have my phone with me so I can't check. So Water Dragon sent me this cool article that I would like to share with you guys, which I thought was interesting. And before I get into the 20 most terrifying real life haunted dolls, it's a brief history of haunted houses since we were talking about haunted houses. Bernadette goes, put love in. Oh, I could do that. All right, I'm putting the love, and I'm gonna turn my camera off for a second, and I'm gonna go grab my phone. So it'll be like 5 seconds. That's a good idea, just in case, because I don't want to. So I will be right back, guys. I'll leave you with this article. All right, back. I am, guys. I am back. All right, back, guys. All right, guys. I am back. I've got the phone. And then, guys, too, if you have a ghost story or UFO story or unusual story that you would like to share, um, send it to graysonreport13 at gmail.com. Be nice has dropped the email. And if you do, please put your YouTube name on it because I won't say your real name. Don't worry. But if a lot of you do when it does come in as your YouTube screen name, so I know who it is. But every once in a while it doesn't. So just let me know who you are, so when I share it, I can give a shout out to you guys. So this article is a brief history of haunted houses. What would Halloween be without haunted house attractions? Whether they're community center productions or bigger budget scarefest with Hollywood style special effects, haunted houses have created some of America's most chilling, thrilling memories for almost 100 years. But have you ever wondered how they got started? The answer goes further back than you might imagine. A bewitching beginning. The distant origins of today's haunted attractions may lie in ancient Greek and Roman theater. Such dramas often depicted heroes and ordinary people struggling against monsters and beasts and featured rudimentary special effects such as fog and fake gore. Some even included contraptions to make actors appear to fly. In later centuries, as Christianity displaced older religions, the traveling plays and pageants of the Middle Ages also used scare tactics. Think animal parts standing in for several limbs to frighten European peasants into petty. Although moral lessons were the intended effect, many intended for the gruesome entertainment value alone. Another fascinating and often forgotten forerunner of haunted houses arose during the Age of Enlightenment. Magic lantern shows, also known as phantasmagorias, entertained elite and royal audiences beginning in the mid 17th century. Likely invented by Dutch scientist Christian Huygens in the 1660s, magic lanterns functioned a bit like slide projectors with hand painted glass slides, illuminated via candle or other light sources on and then projected through a lens. Skeletons, devils, phantoms, and other spooky imageries were a big part of the shows from the very beginning. I think they had one of these um magic lanterns in Bram Stoker's Dracula. For many years, to attend a phantasmagoria almost certainly meant you were in for a horror tinged treat. Phantasmagoria stepped it up a notch toward the end of the 1700s, where macabre and supernatural imagery came into vogue amid the rise of Romanticism and the Gothic novel. Magic lantern seances of the dead thrilled audiences in a Leipzig coffee shop starting around 1770, then spread to Paris and London. By the 1790s, a Belgian showman named Etienne Gaspard Robertson had transformed phantasmagorias into true multimedia spectacles. According to the Magic Lantern historian Mervyn Hurd, Robertson invited his audience to assemble at night on a roadside in the center of Paris. Here they encountered a mysterious cowled figure who led them through a graveyard full of crumbling tombs and brambles to the derelict convent of the Capuchins. An abandoned chapel draped in black velvet and decorated with skulls, Robertson used his multiple lanterns, including one mounted on a wheel that he called his phantascope, to project images of ghosts, skeletons, bleeding nuns, grim reapers, demons, mythological features, and the famous dead of the French Revolution. The images were made to appear around the room, rising from the floor, growing in size, and suddenly vanishing into the air, accompanied by storm effects, eerie music from the nerve shredding glass, harmonica, and ventriloquial voices. Heard writes. The show were smashing success. The shows were smashing success and widely copied. Soon, creepy phantasmagorias, I love that word, I don't know why, moved from elite entertainments to more democratic touring ghost shows in England and America. A typical early 19th century American presentation might include a storm with thunder and lightning, plus slides of ghosts, Romeo and Juliet, the tomb of May Stewart, the apotheosis of Washington, shadows depicting a dance of witches and a three-dimensional skeleton that appeared to fly through the theater. But as the century progressed, magic lantern shows grew passé and competed with other morbid spectacles. Marie Tussaud traveled Europe with her wax models of guillotine heads from the French Revolution, then set up a chambers of horror, as the press dubbed it, at London's Baker Street Bazaar in 1835. Thanks to her and the many impresarios that followed, waxworks proliferated in America well into the 20th century, when outlets like New York City's Edem Musée created tableaus featuring heinous crimes ripped from the headlines. Whew. Number 2, Pepper's Ghost and Parisian Spectacles. Today's haunted attractions also owe a debt to the strange magic of the 19th century, and one spooky illusion in particular, Pepper's Ghost. The technique involved a sheet of glass placed strategically on a stage so that bright light cast on an actor in the orchestra pit or wings bounced off the glass to produce a reflection of their ghost on the stage. British civil engineer Henry Dirks invented the effect but sold it to John Henry Pepper, director of the Royal Polytechnic in London, who adapted it. The illusion was first used for a dramatic reading of Charles Dickens' The Haunted Man in London on Christmas Eve 1862, and then became popular in theater, magic shows, and fairground productions. Peter's ghost was also a stock illusion at the Cabaret de Néant, one of the most famous and ghastly of several immersive cabarets artistes in Belle Époque Montmartre. At the Cabaret du Néant, the cabaret of nothingness, the cocktails were named after diseases and poisons served under ghoulish green lighting by waiters dressed up as pallbearers. The room was decorated with skull, bones, and candlelit coffins, which also served as tables. The evening's entertainment culminated with a show in which a member of the audience stopped into a coffin at the front of the room and was seemingly transformed into a glowing skeleton thanks to Pepper Ghost. That sounds kind of cool. That's a kind of party I would want to go to. The Cabaret du Néant was a huge hit, but in terms of terror, it had nothing on the Theatre du Grand Guignol. Established in 1890s Paris, Grand Guignol dramas shocked and titillated both elite and working class audiences with staged decapitations, mutilations, and much, much worse. The heavy use of prosthetics, spring loaded devices, and fake blood ensured that few actors escaped simulated harm. According to Grand Guignol scholar Mel Gordon, the plays were also the first set in insane asylums, later a frequent haunted house trope. I know, Wendy, my French pronunciation isn't that great. Matthew goes, Pepper Ghost is what Disney uses here in the US, the same thing used for Japan's Beauty and the Beast, not anything new or different here in the US. I think I've been to a Madame Tussauds, but I'm not sure. Shamanistic Unicorn Tam, what is up? Chameleon UK, what is up? Number 3, the Depression and Beyond. The first recognizable modern haunted house is often said to be the Haunted Cottage, constructed by fairground manufacturers Orton and Spooner around 1950 for a fairground in Liphook, England. Though pretty tame by today's standard, audiences of the time loved winding their way through the dark on moving floors, feeling cold air blasts, and listening to recorded screams. Amazingly, the attraction can still be visited. After a 2017 restoration, the ride opened for visitors at the Holy Come Working Steam Museum in Liphook. That is super cool. Sorry, that is super cool. Yet the standalone haunted houses we know today really go back to the Great Depression. In the 30s, American parents and authorities were eager to distract kids from more troublesome Halloween traditions involving pranks and property destruction. Groups of Depression era parents would create trails of terror so that kids could go house to house experiencing DIY haunts, often in basements. These productions frequently featured tunnels or mazes, perhaps lined with strips of old fur and raw liver on the walls or hairnets dangling from the ceilings like cobwebs. One 1930s handbook for creating these haunts even suggested theming different parts of the maze as the Ghoul's Gowl, Madhouse, and Dead Man's Gulch. By the 60s, civics organizations such as the United States Junior Chamber, or JCs, had realized that haunted houses were a good way to fundraise. In fact, these haunted houses became such a lucrative strategy that one chapter head in Bloomington, Illinois, formed the Haunted House Company and wrote a manual to help other chapters, becoming America's first haunted house expert in the process. Like the phantasmagorias of old, many of these haunted houses included gothic elements drawn from literature like The Hunchback of Notre Dame and Dracula, alongside creepy creatures like spiders and bats, plus spooky music and mists. Usually there was no arching narrative threads just a trip through a building guaranteed to shatter and splatter your nerves. Disney changes everything. Number 4. The nascent haunted house industry transformed when Walt Disney came on the scene. Disneyland's Haunted Mansion opened in 1969, complete with transforming portraits, much like those of the Cabaret du Néant, a ghostly wedding party, a headless horseman, and a 90-foot long balloon sequence of partying ghouls that relied on the pepper ghost trick. While customers were originally supposed to wander through the mansion on their own, staff had problems keeping the place, which is how the mansion became a ride with patrons encased in doom buggies. The Haunted Mansion was a mega hit. In just one day, not long after its debut, more than 82,000 people visited its halls. The attraction helped move the industry from nonprofit haunts to bigger budget affairs, and many of those who create modern haunts point to the high production values and more linear storytelling as a major inspiration for their creations. In the early 70s, Knott's Berry Farm began staging its own Halloween night attractions, which soon evolved into elaborate multi day productions. From there, commercial haunted houses took off. At the time, Hollywood was turning away from physical effects and more towards CGI and animation, leaving many good props makers and creepy character actors available. A horror boom in the 80s and the 90s, I think slasher flicks like Friday the 13th and A Nightmare on Elm Street also encouraged interest in gore-filled attraction. And the final nail in the coffin for lower budget community productions came after a fire at a haunted house in New Jersey in 84 led to 8 deaths, prompting new and stricter safety guidelines regulations. Homegrown fundraiser affairs, which were which were already struggling to compete, had fewer resources to meet the new codes and were more likely to get shut down. In the 90s, the number of haunted houses and related Halloween amusements exploded. Since then, the industry has benefited from big advances in lighting, special effects, animatronics, and more. At last count, more than 1,200 haunted attractions charge admission fees around the country. And while current scares may look a little different, it seems more than likely that the haunted house industry will continue to rise from the dead each autumn with plenty of spooks up its sleeve. That was a awesome article. Thank you, Water Dragon. That was super awesome. Wendigo's house is so creepy. Chameleon's just busy at work again. Wake Shapeberry goes, a haunted mansion is the ghost hunt we all want. Tyranna saying awesome stories, Lisa. Thank you. Heather, whatever. Saying great story, sir. I was trying to retrieve, I thought my dog's best friend, half wolf, half husky, Lilo. He moved 50 miles away. When we got home, I called Lilo's fam. He's here there. Oh, cool. Rochelle goes, yes, very good article. Elaine goes, awesome story. Rebecca made it to alive. Water Dragon goes, I wish I had worked at a haunted house when I was younger. I think it would have been so fun. I would have so much fun at a haunted house. Too bad it's seasonal. I would. I'd probably so enjoy it. It's a good article, Randy. So definitely catch it on the replay. Rochelle goes, you could still work. I know I could still work at one. I mean, there's one that's all year round, but it's in Vegas. So I would have to move to Vegas, and I don't think I could do Vegas in the summer. And I don't necessarily want to move to Vegas. Rochelle goes, volunteer one night. I could. Water Dragon goes, you need to work for Universal Studios, Lisa. I thought about it. I did. Bernadette goes, there you go, Lisa. Open a haunted house with different themes year round. If you do hire me, I should. In California, I should have a all year round haunted house. D Nice goes, Vegas in the summers. I know it is. That's why I'm like, I can't stand the heat here. Just imagine in, yeah. But I like that article. It kind of gave, it was kind of cool to see like the history of haunted houses. This was kind of cool. No, trust me, Rochelle. I'm looking at those sites. Dean Nice goes, I would love to be a part of your haunted mansion or museum. Water Dragon goes, that would be a great attraction. Look how many people of horror movies you could do serial killer nights, insane doctor, etc. I could. It's just finding a place to do it. Randy goes, most ghost tours are a history lesson. That's what I like about them. I would have to probably buy a historic building and then talk about, and then go from there. If I ever had the money. Jennifer Murray goes, if it's a maze, I'm out. Bernadette goes, just sell your skeleton feet pics. Just imagine, huh? Water Dragon goes, you need an old haunted building that's being sold cheap. Yeah, I do. Brandon goes, you could build a mansion out of boxes. We know someone with a hookup. Inside joke, guys. Guys, if you haven't, that reminds me. If you guys aren't on the Telegram and have Telegram, if one of the mods could drop it, join it. Nerd Report also has one. If you guys want to drop the link for that one, Nerd Report usually gets the most activity. And as a rule, if you do join the Telegram, just be aware there's going to be a lot of notifications. So if you don't want all the notifications, just turn your notifications off and check them when you can. That's kind of what I do because people go crazy on there. But it's kind of cool to see the conversations because it does bring a smile to my face. Heather, whatever. Thank you for the cash app. Hearts for Heather, whatever, guys. Thank you for the support, Heather. You're always supporting me, and I totally appreciate it. You're freaking awesome. Hearts for Heather, whatever, guys. I don't know why my glasses are like, they feel crooked. Lenore, what's up? Chris Burgos, I still like the idea of going to Bobby Mackey's. I still want to go there. Bobby Mackey's Music World. Jennifer Marie. Jennifer Marie, I agree, but I don't think he was on. I don't know where he came from, to be honest with you. I have no idea. It's Chris Barber. It's a bit of a drive for me. All right, we're gonna get into. I always like to start the article in the middle of the article. The 20 top 20 terrifying real life haunted dolls. And you know me, I like haunted dolls. I like creepy and haunted dolls. I know a few of them on this list, but some of them I've never heard of. The only problem I have with this list, it doesn't show pictures. I wish it did, but it was kind of the only list that was kind of had a lot of info on it. This is from Mojo. Who's up for a little nightmare fuel for this list? We're looking at spooky or unnerving dolls from the real world. Our countdown includes the Susie doll, the Devil Baby doll, Patty Reed's doll, Letta, Annabelle, and more. Before we get started, we'd like to say sorry to all of the dolls for watching without permission. For this list, we're looking at spooky or unnerving dolls from the real world. We won't be including fictional dolls from film or television. Sorry, Chucky. Of course, details are scarce on many of these dolls, but we've endeavored to provide as much accurate information as available. Number 20, Amanda. I was going to say Annabelle. Amanda the doll. This doll, I wish I had a picture because then we could see what the picture looked like. This doll, crafted by Heinrich Hanrich in 1884, is known for strange things happening around her. First sold on eBay in 2003, Amanda has allegedly been put back on the auction block on more than 20 occasions. Each of her owners kept claiming the dolls have been the cause of weird occurrences while they had her. There have been reports of Amanda moving rooms, causing nightmares, and even scratching her victims while they sleep. Her seemingly innocent face has been known to shift to an evil grin when she's in tormentor mode. Her activities even earn her a place in John Harker's True Tales trilogy, nightmarish accounts of paranormal activity. Kyle GT, what is up? Number 19, Carolyn. Carolyn reportedly comes from an antique shop in Salem, Massachusetts. This doll is believed to be inhabited by not one, but three spirits, all battling for control over her. The subject of frequent paranormal investigations, it's believed that the spirits possessing Caroline were her owners themselves. She's also a prankster known for playing tricks on her owners. She'll hide books, move objects, and even whisper in your ear if you hold her close. A previous owner allegedly claimed Caroline whispered, "Make it you," in his ear, which he interpreted to mean good luck. Not known to be a malicious spirit, Caroline hasn't been seen since she was last investigated in 2004. That doll actually sounds like a cool doll to have. She's like a prankster. Randy Garden says, I just looked up Amanda. She is creepy. I might have to look these up after the stream so I can see the picture. Number 18, the Susie doll. From the case files of Lorraine Warren, meet the Susie doll. Susie was given to young Heather Platt as a birthday present made by her Aunt Robin. The night, Heather's parents were awakened by the sound of growling and a dark shadow that seemed to come down the street into their home. After that, Susie was known to move about the house on her own, move objects around the kitchen that were too heavy for the children, and pull the hair out of the sleeping kids' heads. By the time Lorraine Warren arrived, it took an exorcism to get the doll out of the house for good. Dun dun dun. Number 7, number 17, number 17, Old Man Puppet. This puppet came into the hands of paranormal investigation investigator Jane Harris when its previous owner claimed the doll had choked him. The puppet was inherited by the man who claimed to have left the puppet in a drawer by his bed when he awoke to his throat being throttled by tiny puppet hands. In addition to strangling the unnamed old man puppet is said to have caused bruises and scratches and haunted the man in his nightmares. Jane was contacted and took to recording the puppet in case of any suspect behavior. Night vision footage showed the puppet moving inside its sealed glass case, confirming suspicions that the puppet is possessed. Number 16, which was a weird one, Elmo. Yes! Even Elmo dolls have been shown to have a dark side. In 2008, a Florida family made the news and waves around the web when the Elmo Knows Your Name doll started making death threats to their son. Melissa Bowman, mother of the 2-year-old James, overheard the doll say, "Kill James," while her son was playing with the doll. Though this version of Elmo is able to be programmed to remember your kid's name, James' doll didn't start spouting threats until he got his batteries changed. Fisher Price launched an investigation and offered the family a voucher for another Elmo doll. I don't think after that they're gonna want another Elmo, Elmo doll. Spirit of the Trees goes, I am not a fan of dolls. Let me just say that. I love dolls. Number 15, the Devil Baby Doll. 19th century New Orleans birthed many stories with spells and curses, and one such curse supposedly brought about the Devil Baby Dolls. A bride cursed by the Queen of Voodoo, Marie Laveau, was said to have given birth to a devil child spawned by Satan himself. In an effort to protect themselves, Creoles carved devil babies, hanging them in their homes as protection. In recent years, local artist Ricardo Pustanio took the last piece of the one remaining doll and recreated the devil baby as well as replicas. These dolls have been known to rustle and whisper when they're all together, move by themselves, turn over ashtrays, and cry when they are apart. Number 14, the Pula Ubin Barbie. In Singapore, one Barbie doll is visited regularly so that the spirit of a young girl can grant health and fortune. The story goes that in 1914, a German couple suspected of being spies were detained while their young daughter got away. In her attempt to escape, however, she tripped off a cliff to her tragic death. Eventually, her remains were placed in an urn in a shrine erected in her honor. After having been visited by the spirit of this little girl 3 nights in a row, a man bought this particular Barbie as instructed and brought it to the shrine to serve as her stand in. The Pula Ubin Barbie. Number 13, Voodoo Zombie Doll. Originally from New Orleans, this doll made its way to a woman in Galveston, Texas in 2004. It arrived in a metal box with instructions not to remove the doll, as it was almost alive, according to its eBay sellers. So let the doll out and claim afterwards that it would attack her and haunt her dreams. To get rid of it, she listed it on eBay and successfully sold the doll to new owners several times. Each time, the buyer would receive an empty box and the doll would reappear on the woman's doorstep. She eventually got it in the hands of a ghost hunter who reportedly still has the doll today. Number 12, the doll of Haugain, found by passerby leaning against a tree. This doll seems innocent enough if you don't think about its eyes being covered. Enter the doll at Hauing or Hugang, found in Hugang, Singapore around 2014. When pictures of the doll were posted online, a Reddit thread explained that the writing was Arabic, meaning in the name of God. Apparently, the little dolly has been moving around by itself and talking in a woman's voice. The original owner claimed the only way they found they could get rid of it was to take it far from home and blindfold it so that it couldn't come back. Ooh. Number 11, Patty's Reed's doll. This creepy doll is the only one on our list to be haunted by humans rather than the other way around. Patty Reed's doll famously came along for the wagon ride when the Donner Party made the trip west to California in 1846. When the travelers were trapped by snow, people turned from eating bits of leather and mice to cannibalism for survival. The entire Reed family made it through the trip, and the doll can be seen nowadays at Sutter Fort State Historical Park Museum in Sacramento, California. Unlike the others, the doll seems to be shocked in silence. It might be supernatural, but certainly inspires humans. D Nice! Thank you for gifting 5 memberships, hearts for D Nice, guys, and welcome Shamanistic Unicorn Tam, Heather Whatever, Martine, Michelle, and Sarah B. To the Wolf Pack, hearts for D Nice, and welcome all the new members. Thank you for the support, D Nice. Bernadette goes, okay, so I have my spirit tracker on and it's going off like crazy. I don't know if it's these stories, but it's seeing crazy things as you read, Lisa. I'll put it on Telegram after. Yes, Bernadette, I want to see. That's super cool. She may like my story. Or she may like the stories I'm reading. Jules, a peanut butter and banana sandwiches are so good. I love those. Gene Rick, what's up? That Jennifer Reed goes, wait, if they resorted to cannibalism, but they all survived, who did they eat? That was what I was wondering. Because I was like, they survived, but who didn't survive? Bernadette goes, the first word she said when you started reading was don't tell people. Oh, that's crazy. All right, number 10, Harold. Harold's story begins with an eBay listing, a listing that reads like a horror story. Haunted Harold was allegedly purchased at a flea market for someone who said his son died shortly after getting the doll himself. Refusing to heed the warning, the new owner took the doll home. Within 2 days, his cat died, his girlfriend left him, and he began having chronic migraines. This doesn't include the laughing and crying children he kept hearing in the basement, or the fact that the doll seemed to have a pulse. The current owner, Anthony Kanata, has a YouTube page where he asks Harold questions and tries to investigate its history. Number 9, Letta. Letta is supposedly an ancient Eastern European marionette, at least 200 years old. It was discovered under an abandoned house in New South Wales, Australia. Owner Kerry Walton has gone on record many times admitting the terrifying consequences of finding such a doll. Objects move, items fall off the walls, and in its presence, people and animal alike tend to freak out. In early attempts to sell the doll, he would suddenly feel utterly incapable of following through. Letta, short for Letta Be Out, is also known for its head full of human hair, for causing rain whenever it's taken outside, and for readjusting the position in which it sits all by itself. Ooh. Number 8, Poopa. Poopa may be the cutest doll on this list, but don't let her looks fool you. The dark side is strong with this one. Built in the 20s to resemble her 5-year-old owner, Poopa was loved and cared for until the owner's death in 2005 and was then placed in a display case by the family. Since the original owner's death, there have been numerous reports of Poopa tapping on the glass, being found in different positions, and writing messages inside the fogged up case. A family member allegedly caught her moving on camera, but the footage, when uploaded, was inexplicably covered in white film with the words, Poopa, no. It's been said that her owner always said Poopa had a mind of her own. Number 7, Okiku. In Japan, Okiku has found international fame for being the doll with growing hair. The doll was purchased in 1918 from a little girl, Okuku, who died less than a year later of a severe flu. In her memory, the family set up the large doll in a shrine. Eventually, they noticed the doll's hair, which was originally just a bob, had been steadily growing, even after being cut. This led them to believe that the girl's spirit must have moved on into the doll. Since 1938, Okuku has been on display in Manenji Temple, where people regularly visit her. The hair has allegedly been tested in a lab, and it was concluded to indeed be human hair. Oh, trippy! That's crazy. That is super crazy. Number 6, Crystal, True, Monica, Charla, Isaac, Lily, Ashley, and Cameron. Being paranormal investigators, the Watkins family are at least better suited than most to be handling supposed haunted artifacts. The dolls, Crystal, True, Monica, Charla, Isaac, Lily, Ashley, and Cameron, were all purchased individual based on their supernatural reputation. The Watkins family then brought them together in their Pennsylvania home and set up a 24-hour stream. Over the years, fans of the aptly named Dollhouse have gathered on the web page forum to discuss the alleged paranormal events caught on camera. Most notable was the footage of a ghostly apparition caught in 2009 of what seems to be a spectral young boy at the bottom of the staircase. Sadly, the stream stopped updating in 2015. Rochelle goes new skeleton name Okuku. Number 5, Jolette. The story goes that a jealous family friend maliciously gave this cursed doll to a young woman as a pregnancy gift. Tragically, her baby boy died only 3 days after birth. Soon after, however, the family began to hear a baby's cries emanating from the doll. The doll had been kept in the family for 4 generations, and as a result, little outside investigation has been possible. But legend has it that each owner has consistently given birth to one healthy boy and one healthy girl, with the boy mysteriously dying on the third day. According to the family, Jolette continues to cry out with the spirits of multiple baby voices coming from it. Water Dragon goes, Letta is shown on the top left photo of the article. Letta is creepy looking. Number 4, the Island of the Dolls. Located on the canals near Mexico City, the island is one of the creepiest destinations on the planet. In the 50s, Julian Santana Barretta left his family and isolated himself on the island. Legend has it that after finding the body of a drowned girl, he hung up her doll in a tree on the island as a means of honoring her memory and spirit. After it allegedly moved and made noises, his lifelong obsession of stringing up dolls in the trees began. In 2001, Barrera's body was discovered having drowned in the same spot as the girl. Nowadays, Barrera's family runs the island, ferrying tourists to visit the countless dolls. According to local legends, the dolls have been known to whisper and move. Elaine goes, I want to go there. I actually kind of want to go there too. It sounds cool. Bernadette goes, oh my God, Lisa, the story of Jolette. The box just said doctor. Ooh. Number 3, Robert. Given to painter Robert Eugene Otto when he was just a boy, Robert the doll has quite a creepy history. Eugene often talked to the doll, and according to his parents, the doll could be heard responding. Eugene also blamed small accidents on the doll. Eventually placed in an attic when Eugene grew up, Robert was often reported as having moved around on his own or causing creaking sounds. Nowadays, Robert resides at the Martello Gallery Key West Art and Historical Museum, where he continues to garner much attention. Each year, the doll receives hundreds of letters of apologies from skeptics who photograph him without permission, only to leave experience various accidents and come to associate them with Robert's curse influence. Yeah, they're saying if you don't ask Robert the doll for permission before taking a picture, you'll leave with like bad luck, basically. So people come back. They either come back or they send them letters apologizing for not asking for taking a picture. Chris Berger goes, Zach went to the island and he hates dolls. I know he did. I saw that. I don't know if I watched it. I watched that, but yeah, I think I did see that episode. Number 2, Annabelle. Thanks to the Conjuring film series, Annabelle's story has a prominent place in pop culture. She even got her own spin-off films, but the real doll looks nothing like her on-screen Hollywood counterpart. Annabelle is in fact a Raggedy Ann doll, given to a young nurse in the 70s as a gift. The spookiness began almost immediately when the nurse and her roommates started finding the doll in random places and with handwritten notes next to it. Famous paranormal investigator and demonologist Ed and Lorraine Warren examined the doll and eventually locked her up for safety's sake. The doll now resides at the Warrens Occult Museum. However, she's still been attributed responsibility for numerous attacks and at least one death. And I think it's the Warrens' son-in-law that looks over her now. Mandy, topping our list. Number 1, Mandy. Topping our list is a doll who seems to possess all powers and abilities of every aforementioned doll combined. Mandy, her last owner, could not stand the constant crying noises, but the sheer number of reported incidents, especially since the porcelain doll was donated to a Canadian museum in 1991, is staggering. Objects disappear or move, tapping is heard on her case, cameras and electronic devices malfunction, footsteps are heard in the night, and people report seeing her move and blink. Mandy does it all. While her antics don't seem evil, she's certainly an attention seeker. The staff keeps her far from the other dolls, as any nearby dolls display tend to get broken or damaged. Guys, which doll do you like the best? I kind of like the Japanese doll with the hair that grows, the Okiku. Bernadette goes, Ozzy blames Robert the doll for his poor health because of what Ozzy did. Google it. I will check that out, Bernadette. That I did not know. I have to check that out. Rochelle goes, taking photos of anything steals its energy a little bit. Water Dragon goes, Robert is the sailor doll. Yes, he is. Jennifer Marie goes, nothing but tons of respect for Robert. Bernadette goes, oh, hell no, Robert's very bad and demonic. Wink Shapeberry goes, don't mess with creepy dolls. Randy, I don't eat meat either. Brandon likes the Japanese doll. Elaine goes, Robert freaks me out. Rochelle goes, the real question is how do you know if the doll's creepy until you have it or you start messing with it? True. Very true. Yes, Diane, it was Elmo. That's crazy. And then they gave him a voucher to get another Elmo. And it started happening when they changed the batteries. Jennifer Marie goes, I worked at Toys R Us when I was 19, and there was a doll that would say, come towards the light after babbling. They didn't sell often. Whoa. Randy's trying to take my mind off of creepy dolls by talking about food. Good. That's weird, Spirit of the Trees. I noticed that one too. Spirit of the Trees, like the Japanese doll. That's the one I like too. I like the Japanese doll. I don't know why that, and they actually tested the hair off the doll, and it was indeed human. Water Dragon goes the Japanese one, and Robert are the coolest, for sure. I like Robert the doll. I've heard about him. He's crazy. He is definitely crazy. All right, guys, I am going to open it up for questions. So if you guys have any questions, criticism, complaints, compliments, ask away. Jennifer Marie goes, number 13 on that article was the creepiest because no matter what they tried, the doll keep reappearing. Yes. I agree, Jennifer Marie. Those are creepy no matter what they do. Delia Lux. It should be on Spirit of the Trees. It should be on my homepage on YouTube. Randy Gardner's asking, when am I quitting my job? I have to get another one first. I have to be able to pay my bills. Wendy Maria goes, but good, bad, or indifferent, love it all. Lisa, thank you, Wendy. D Dice goes, I have a complaint. The end of the year is not coming soon. We need you full time. Hashtag full time 2024. I'm hoping in 2024 to go full time on YouTube. I haven't selected a month yet, but that's the plan. Wendy goes, let's get Lisa a sugar daddy. Delaylex says, keep creepy dolls creepy. Wink Shapeberry asks if I believe in Bigfoot. I'm open to it, but I'd have to see. I would have to see one to believe it, but I'm open to it. Rochelle agrees with the sugar daddy. Elaine is, yes, please, Lisa. Hashtag 2024. Everyone says I need a sugar daddy. Heather whatever goes, even angel stories? I would believe in angel stories. I do believe that there's angels with us. I know, Rochelle, it's crazy. Carbonized Stardust. I'll check it out, Bernadette. And again, if you guys aren't part of the Telegram, I do have a Telegram. Wake Shapeberry goes, I agree, you have to see him to believe it. Definitely. I mean, I'm open to the idea of it, but I have to see it to believe it. Water Dragon goes, Japanese, no, spooky, creepy stuff. Yes, they do. I love Asian horror. I really do love Asian horror. Then Brandon dropped the link to the Telegram, so if you guys want to join it and have a Telegram, just a note, if you don't want a gazillion messages all at once, Just make sure you turn your notifications off in Telegram because you will get some crazy messages like notifications. Thank you, Brandon. Water Dragon is asking, what's your favorite spooky story in your city? What's the favorite thing you bought this year? There really isn't spooky story that happened here. I mean, I've heard of things, but there's not really any spooky, like in the city I live in, there's not really much spookiness here. Even though this area used to be a ranch way back in the day, but I mean, I've heard stories maybe, but they're not really like spooky stories. And then my favorite thing I bought this year, I mean, I guess my obsession with skeletons. And I do have merch. If you guys are interested, I do have shirts and hats and mugs and stickers. So if you guys want to take a gander, D Nice did drop the link. Jennifer Marie goes, I'm surprised with all the alien talk in the chat. We didn't anger Lisa's studio ghost. I know. They were messing with my Telegram, though, the other day. Like, I have no idea what happened. Serious, like, you guys all got dismembered. Well, not dismembered, but you guys got all kicked out and then reappeared. That was weird. Duke the Fridge is in the house. Nuke the Fridge is saying, why do you talk to Lewis? Lewis is bad. Eat cats? Who's under Nuke the Fridge? D Nice goes, rank what you like, one being best skeleton, ghost, or and aliens. 1 ghost, 2 skeletons, and 3 aliens. Wake Chef Berry says dismembered. Yeah, that's kind of what I was gonna say, but it sounded like like taking the head off type of thing. But just if you guys join the Telegram, just a big like a warning, we do go crazy on there. So if you don't want a bunch of notifications, just make sure you turn your notifications off, and then you can check when you get a chance. D Nice is going, who's your favorite Nuke the Fridge or Nerd Report? Nuke the Fridge goes after party on Lisa's Telegram for sure. Diane is reminding everybody to smash that like button if you haven't done so. Legos got sidetracked at Lisa's shop. Heather, whatever, saying great channels, Nerd Report, Nuke the Fridge. D Nice wants to. I mean, they're the same, so I can't answer. D Nice. Pretty much, Rochelle. If I can pay my bills and be able to eat, I'll be fine. And not struggle. That's basically my goal. Guys, keep the questions on. I'll probably be on for a few more minutes. Thank you, Gunner Girl. And again, guys, I do have merch. D Nice has dropped the link in the chat if you guys want to take a gander. I know Elaine was earlier. She got sidetracked a bit. Thank you, Randy. Appreciate that. Heather Whatever goes, yes, pay the bills, stay warm, and still get popcorn and ginger ale. Exactly. Bernadette goes, like I said, Lisa feet pics. Randy goes, stay happy and follow your heart. I definitely will, Randy. I will take your advice for sure. Brandon dropped the Telegram link if you guys want to join. And thanks again, Randy. I know, D Nice, I'm not looking forward on Thursday and Friday. Actually starting Wednesday. It's gonna start to warm up. I'm enjoying this cooler weather. I was like, finally some fall weather, and then we're gonna get summer again. Thank you, Jalissa. Oh my, the music. The alien love making music. Keep the questions going, guys. I'm going to stay on for a few more minutes as I lose my voice. Heather Whatever goes, please bring summer. It's freezing down coat walking the dog this afternoon. It was nice today. D Nice is asking, what is my favorite candy? I don't know what I like because I don't eat candy too often, but I do like candy, if that makes any sense. I tend to I like Dum Dums. If I ever see Dum Dums, those little lollipops, I love those. D Nice is asking, what is my favorite juice? I don't know. I have to think about that one. Apple? Orange. I would have to go with orange juice. Orange juice. Chameleon UK is asking, have you seen Japan's Kit Kat variations? I've seen a few. They're pretty interesting, actually. I like gummy worms too. I like gummy bears and gummy worms. Wake Shape Berry's going, I'm waiting so much for it to cool down. I hate hot weather. I'm the same way. I cannot stand it. D Nice goes, if you could fly anywhere right now, where would it be and for how long? If I like planes, I don't like planes. I would love to go back to Korea. I would love to go to Japan. I would love to go to Japan because Japan has a lot of spooky places and I would love to go there. A lot of history, a lot of lore. I would like to spend some time there though. I wouldn't go just for like a week. It would be like some good time. But I don't much like planes too much, so I don't know how I'm going to do that. D Nice goes, do you like to scare people? Sometimes. Sometimes. Just depends. People are always trying to scare me. Water Dragon goes, is it true that Americans drink Bloody Marys and not Caesars? I guess. I don't drink Bloody Marys, so I don't know. Heather whatever's like, who needs a plane? Yeah, that's... Wake Shape Barrett goes, Japan is amazing and weird. D Nice's donuts or bagels. It depends on where the donuts are, but I do like bagels. I haven't had one in a long time. I like both actually, but it depends. The only donuts I kind of eat are when we go to Vegas at Pink Box. I love their donuts, so for some odd reason, I'll deny every other donut, but that donut. I think it's called Pink Box. It's like at the state line, and I believe they have one on Fremont Street now. At the Plaza Hotel, it finally opened. But that for some odd reason, that's the only place I will get donuts and eat them. Chameleon UK goes, I'm working at Nestle at the moment, and they don't make Kit Kats here, just Rolos, fruit pastels, and breakaways. Ooh. D nice. If I could go soon, I would go. But I heard there might be a hotel strike or something like that. And then I know the MGM got hacked or something like that. But I like Vegas. I like going to Vegas. So if I could, I'd try to go back again. Especially now that the weather's going to start to calm down. It's like the best. I've been there, and I've been to Vegas in August, and it's not comfortable at all. It's super hot. Rochelle goes, Voodoo Donuts seem like a I've been to Voodoo Donuts. I don't mind Voodoo Donuts. Brandon's asking ghosts or skeletons. Ghosts. D Nice is going, do you wish it snow? I wish we had real weather. Like weather changes. That would be cool. Rebecca says ghosts. Panda Bear goes, here in Oregon, it's raining right now. That is so cool. It was it was starting to get breezy here today. But it was nice weather. Heather whatever goes, you can have snow. I'll send some in a box. Panda Bear, what's up? Brand, I like both, Brandon. Asking about pho or ramen. I always call it pho, but I guess it's pho and ramen. Bernadette, the skeleton with the light eyes, is named Roland. Doing good, Panda Bear. I like both D Nice, hard candy or gummies. I like both, but I prefer the gummies. I always go for gummies. I don't know why. I just like them better. right, guys, I am gonna end the stream there. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for all the crazy articles I went through and the great ghost talk in the chats and the crazy chats that we always have in the chats. And I will see you on the next one, which will be Saturday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Be there or be squared and stay spooky, guys. And good night. And thank you to everyone. You guys are awesome. Good night, guys.